Hey everyone, Gemma here. Today we're turning an abandoned racetrack into an enrichment enclosure for our Allosauras. Think you can survive Big Al Speedway? Then let's jump in. So our first building that we are going to be putting down is the Speedway building. So this is where you would go and get a waiver form to sign your life away that says Big Al will not be responsible if a Allosaurus decides to use you as an enrichment toy. So the building shape itself has been designed with an Anderson shelter in mind. And for those that may not know what that is, basically in World War I and II, they had these shelters that were in the back of your garden, and they could use it when the bombs were to be dropped, which is very dramatic. And let's be honest, it would be better if this was used for survival in case the Allosaurus got out, instead of them using it to basically make entertainment out of the park. But it's a park which they really don't care about their guests. They just really want money. And talking about guests, if you haven't already realised, I'm now building bleachers, which has been very interesting to build. And it was the key thing that I wanted to have in this park. Was it doesn't have enough money to have a stadium, so they have these really horrible rusted old bleachers that you can sit and watch the Allosaurus, and people go around in these vehicles and hopefully not get eaten by them as they go. So yeah, we've got a couple of bleachers there for people to sit down on, and now we're just building the actual start of the racetrack. So this is where you would go and get into your vehicle. Now, I did initially want to have go-karts. I thought that'd be a really cool idea. But I will show you what we have got instead of the actual go-karts, which actually look really, really smart. I'm very happy with the way that this has turned out. So now we're just putting in the little checkered line there. That would be the finish line. And then I thought I'd use these like really rusted, horrible support sections, which is going to have our traffic lights on it, and you'll get to see that being built as well. Now I am building just the markers, so this is where the vehicles would be that your starting line of this is where they would have them, and you'd have to go pick a vehicle, or you'd be assigned to a vehicle would probably make more sense. Now I'm building a barrier. So this is a crash barrier. I've made it out of letters, and as you can see here, it's very fiddly to try and get them that small. Just again, because of the scale of this game. So there's far too many pieces for what this actually is, but I think it does look actually quite cool. So these are crash barriers that, to keep the guests safe, which is quite ironic considering that you're literally going into an enclosure with two Allosauras that are free roaming. We'll talk about that a little bit later on as well, just because safety is not their number one priority, but they thought, well, we have these barriers around, so why not kind of use them? I did kind of think about changing it up a little bit, so there's sections that the Allosaurus couldn't get to, so the guests could safely get into their vehicle, but I thought, well, that's not fun. So now I am building the actual racetrack itself, just copying one bit over and then trying to get the layout, and then I'll go back in and patch this all up, but don't worry, you won't have to experience that. I'll cut all that stuff out. So this is the actual racetrack layout itself. I thought it would be quite nice just to have a couple of turns and twists in this one as well. Originally, the idea kind of came... Well, it was kind of a joint collaboration between me and my husband. I said that I wanted to build a stadium, but they didn't have enough budget for the stadium. And he said, what about NASCAR, like NASCAR racing? And I was like, oh, they definitely don't have budget for that. And then I thought, okay, maybe they could do like just a strip that they would just like drive up and down the strip as fast as they can. And the Allosaurus could, again, use it as a bit of a racetrack enrichment. But then I thought that's not really fun either. So we've ended up with this kind of desert style racetrack. And then I thought I would test out the new waterfall feature in Jurassic World Evolution 3 and see how that works. So there we go, we've got a lovely waterfall in there. We're just putting some rocks in it to try and make it look a little bit more natural, and then we've got a bit of a slope there, just so the Allosaurus can go up there if they do want to. I believe that they can get up there as well, so that's pretty good. And then we're just adding in some rocks here just to cover up this big mound, just making it look a little bit better. I've left the bit at the back open so that our Allosaurus Allosauras can get up there as well. And then we're just going to go back in and add in some more rocks and more foliage just to bring it all together, trying to make it look as natural as possible, but also I think the game just like lends itself to that the rocks do look pretty good, and the foliage makes it look fabulous. There we go. We've got the foliage coming in now. So we've got some reeds here. I'm not going to pretend like I know what foliage I'm putting down. I literally just like pick up something that I think looks good, and then we'll just spam that everywhere. So we've got some cacti, some reeds. That's all I can tell you, because again, a tree's a tree, my friends. So I'm not entirely sure what each of them are, but you don't come here for my knowledge of plants. At least I hope you don't, because you'd be disappointed. Anyway, we're putting in some tires here. So this is a kind of an alternative to the crash barriers. Just thought it'd be quite nice to give a little bit of variety between having these barriers that maybe they've just ran out of, the red and black ones, and then they put the tires down. And then this is me just putting in traffic lights. So I thought I'd make these little custom traffic lights that I would love if one could be broken, but the thing with the lights is that I don't think they work very good, to be honest, and I think Frontier do actually need to fix it, so one is still hoping that it will be fixed. Now I am building the vehicles. So we have these ATVs, which I just thought, we've already got them in game, they look fantastic, but I actually need to put a roll cage on them. So if for whatever reason they smack into a barrier or the Allosauras do want to pick them up, that hopefully the Allosauras will pick them up from the top or the back or not the side, because I couldn't figure out a way to put a door on this. I could go back into it and see if I could maybe build like a little custom door, but that's what we got going on right now. These little ATVs that they can run around the track in. But this one has smacked into a barrier. Now, is it pure driving? Was it the Allosauras? We don't know. It is now on fire though, so that's a bit of an issue. But as soon as I discovered that we could get fire, I was like, everything must be on fire. Everything. So now I'm just finishing off where we kind of started. So this is back to the Speedway building, and I thought you need to have tells and information to take all your emergency contact details from you before you go onto the Speedway racetrack. There's also some warning signs there that there is live dinosaurs in the place. So yeah, gotta sign your life away if you want to have a go. But there's special deals, which I thought was again quite ironic, because who is going to go into this ATV with these Allosauras running about? And they realised that, maybe this isn't going to make us that much money. And also, we just needed the grime. We needed the dirt. We needed to make it look like it's been there for ages and it's very questionable and horrible. I also put an ATV at the front there. I thought it was quite nice that, you know, when you go to like Disneyland and they have like the test chairs that you can sit in. Well, I thought that would be quite nice that this is how safe it is if you want to give it a go. So yeah, that is our Speedway. Alrighty, welcome to our Speedway. There's a couple of things that I want to point out, and it's mainly over here that I just didn't include into the speed build because it felt like it was going on for a little bit too long. So this is a little podium. You can see that I've got my little character here for size. I survived Big Al Speedway, and I'd like to put people's names on this board that if you wanted to have a go and survive, then, you know, drop your name in the comments below and I'll add you to this board. Got first, second and third position here. I am obviously number 2. Love that. We've also got some details here that you can sit down and wait for your family to come back, and I'm actually going to over here build a little like food truck so you can grab yourself something to eat. We've also got a vending machine here, our special deals, and then round the corner here is where you sign up your life away and hope that you survive. And then we've got our bleachers that you can sit on and have a look at the racetrack. The racetrack itself does have another waiver form just for you to be like, are you sure you actually want to go in here? It's got danger signs all over it. We have pre-warned you. There is live dinosaurs in this enclosure, which we are just about to go meet. Okay, we've just came through the gate. and you can go ahead and quickly jump into one of these vehicles. You'd have to do it pretty damn fast before you go away and head into the actual race part. I will quickly take you around here just so you can get a sense of how the layout looks. Over here we do have our unfortunate accident. Was it an accident? I don't know. There's water and scuffs on the road. And then, oh, here we go. Now, if I am in a vehicle and I see this coming towards me, what do you do? Do you try to avoid it? What do you do? There we go. It's our big boy. Actually, that's the female. And yeah, come round here. Very scenic, very beautiful. This is crazy though. Like, look at that water. It shouldn't be that like bubbly. Oh, and I'm stuck. Great. Okay. Well, hello. This is actually our male. Hello, friend. Please do not eat me. And I am not actually in a vehicle, so let's see if I can get around them. Oh, I can get around them. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, we're just continuing around the actual track itself. And then down at the bottom here, we do have a bit that you can come off of the racetrack. And this was basically designed for trying to get access into the actual racetrack itself. And then you would basically like come out of here. There's actually someone waiting to come into the racetrack. Maybe they're going to feed them. I'm not entirely sure. But I do actually visualize that because this is an unethical park, I feel like the Allosauras would be like kind of sedated in some kind of aspects. Here they come. They're both coming around. And then I don't know how many laps you would honestly want to do without getting eaten by the Allosauras. Oh, tail whip there. But yeah, they're so beautiful. They're so cool. They're so fantastic. And I thought it was just quite a nice idea of trying to race around here and not be eaten by an Allosaurus. It was kind of a little fun, quirky thing. Would you survive the racetrack? Let me know in the comments below, and if you've not already done so, if you could hit that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. Also, hype this video. I believe that's a new thing here on YouTube. And subscribe if you want to see more. So until next time, take care.